All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Thank you for being here. Happy Thursday. We almost made it. It's almost a weekend. I appreciate you stopping by. Today we're doing some Lego Microfighter building, or at least part sourcing, and possibly ordering. Once we get all the pieces that we need for the last few ones together, we will every time, man. We will go ahead and create a wish list for it and put it in order. So this is the one we're sourcing out today. This is in the corner here. That is the Paladin class Corvette. This will be the figure that goes with it. This is Hu Yang from Clone Wars. He is the Padawan lightsaber trainer from that show, and this is going to be an interesting model because it's all dark tan and dark red. And there's a lot of these parts that I think I have, but I'm not really sure. I can already tell you right off the bat, I don't have a lot of these dark tan tiles that are going to make up this engine block in here. I'm not going to have these. So this is going to be a lot of ordering of stuff. Hi, Missy. How are you? Thanks for being here. If we have time, I finished Shin Hati's Fiend Fighter. Sorry, I just got a phone call, and I don't know who it was, so I just let it go to voicemail. We did finish, let's see if it's still in here, Fiend Fighter. So I got this finished. There, again, are going to be a lot of parts in here I'm not going to have. Primarily these lift arms, these half lift arms in yellow, and probably these like half curved slope or curved bricks. So a lot of this stuff's and these two plates and stuff. So once we get done with this guy, if there's time left, we'll part out the Fiend Fighter. There's also a model that I stumbled on that I'd forgotten I'd done, and this is an easy enough figure to get. This is the Rocinante from The Expanse, and I'd done this model, goodness, 3-4 years ago, and I feel like it's a really great size model, and I'm pretty sure I've got most of these pieces, so I might part this one out too. Again, the only thing I may not have are the sleeves on the arms, just a black t-shirt look. I may have a regular like city minifig from something that might have a black t-shirt, but nothing blank like this. What I would love is for it to be like look like the jumpsuit that they wear that says Tachi on it or something. I may have to get a custom print for that, or see if there's a James Holden minifigure out there. But this is a pretty simple one. I'm pretty sure I've got a lot of these pieces. I know I'm going to be running out of these. The drawer that houses my favorite piece is getting very thin, so I'll probably have to order some of those. So yeah, so let's get started. I'm doing well, thank you, Missy. At the moment, I'm doing well. This is the beverage for tonight. We've got a Texas beer. This is a chocolate peanut butter porter from Texas Beer Company. Where is this brewed out of? Taylor, so pretty close. I'm always a fan of peanut butter stouts and chocolate stouts, and there's a handful that have put them together that are delicious. And that is not bad. It's a little bitter, but it's pretty good. Heavy on I will say it's not like heavy on the peanut butter aspect of it, so not like real ground soil peanut flavor. It's It's tasty. I like it a lot. Mm. Thanks for chiming in, Johnny. I hope you enjoyed the concert. What a weird thing to do at an AC/DC concert. But people at AC/DC concerts, I bet a lot of them are old and on their phone. Anyway, so I've already parted, so we don't have to look at this right away. But I've already parted this out, so we can go to Bricklink and log in here, and I should have it already parted out. So we're going to go to the wanted list. The Paladin class is already parted out. And I'm going to do by item name. It doesn't really matter what direction. And again, this is the type of stream that's going to be me disappearing a lot. To go find some of these pieces. I will try to dump them all in here, and the camera's shot again. I'm going to get rid of this and re-add it. Apologize for the technical issues of this stupid software. It's just the worst. And it's still locked up. Okay. And it immediately locks up. Okay. So hang on. Let me move this down. And I'm going to unplug it. Plug it back in. Okay. I'm following you because you said something. See if that helps. I don't know if it'll help until I... She's gonna follow you. Just go do whatever you need to do. I don't understand why this doesn't work. It gives me problems every time. Just this camera. Never this camera. I think it's time to maybe get a new webcam. Okay. So, now that that's all set up, and you hear me talking back and forth with Beth, we're trying to keep little dog from pooping in the house. She is now 3, 4. Forget how old she is. 4. And is a COVID dog, and so she stayed home with me a lot, and so there wasn't a lot of. We didn't go on a ton of walks. We got her. We thought potty trained because she would potty on pee pads, and then we put the pee pads outside, and she would go outside, and it didn't stick. Like, she would go outside if we took her outside, but instead of like telling us, like signaling, like coming up and putting the head on the lap or coming up and kind of looking at you and expectantly and wagging their butt, you're like, do you want to go outside? She would just disappear to go poop somewhere. And so we had to strategically put pee pads in a couple places. And to her credit, she mostly hit them, but mostly is starting to get less and less. And I'm tired of picking up poop in the house. It'd be one thing if we were on walks, but we're not. All right. So how's the music level for you guys? It just seemed really loud for me. All right, so I got the camera plugged into a different USB spot. Hopefully the bus doesn't crap out on memory. I should have known better and rebooted everything, but it didn't seem to matter. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting these parts. I'm just going to go ahead and know that I don't have these parts, and I probably don't have these parts. But we'll start here. Start with this. I'll go get this wedge bucket and see if they're there. And I'll start with this. This is a dark blue, one of those, and I'll get 2 of those light blue. Okay, so music is good. Cool. Yeah, we've got a friend who does that. They have a nice little. Let me get these guys out of the way. They have a nice little French bulldog mutt mix that has a bell on the door, and he goes and rings it whenever he needs to go out. And while I think I brought this over because I have a ton of these olive greens, and they in the dark over there it looks like light gray. So I'm gonna hide the keyboard for a little bit. I may need to bring it back, but I gotta be able to get over the top of these guys to be able to see. That's a great idea. We may need you to come spend a week over here and train our dog, because whatever we did not stick. So luckily she's pretty good about going in her crate. So for the last like 2 days, she sleeps in her crate. I love the fact that she sleeps on the top of my head. She's, you know, that big and she's 15 pounds, right? She sleeps on the top of my head. And on the odd chances that we'll not be able to, Beth and I won't be able to sleep in the same bed, and one of us goes to the guest room, like we're just not feeling well, or one of those like brain won't shut off nights, we'll go into the other room so we don't keep the other person awake. She'll follow me in there. She'll follow whoever goes in there, and sleep next to him on the pillow. It's really sweet. But I always wake up in the morning and she's pooped. So I'm like, how about you can sleep up here while I'm reading, and then when it's time to go to sleep, you go in your crate. So we started doing that, and she seems okay with it. They're pretty good crate dogs. Oh, goody. Okay, so I've got 2 of these. So I've got 1 of those, 2 of these. Good. Now I can look for these other ones, which I'm pretty sure we don't have. When I need to go to the store or when I go to the office, they're in their crate for 7-8 hours, which I don't like, but no ill effects yet, no problems. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I don't have either of these. I feel like I've already used the dark red. Oh, wait, look at that. I may be wrong. I need 2 of them now. I need to have a sorting party or something soon, because I still have giant tubs that I need to sort through. Because I know some of these pieces may be in there. Get a lot of those, a lot of right-handed ones. All right, so how many of these do we need? 2 each. Okay. So Lego news-wise, there's a lot of these. We have announcements that yeah, see, that's kind of what we were hoping. We had an older dog, and the older dog kind of taught the Kaylee how to dog, right? And I thought they did pretty well. Kaylee's amazing. She will literally come up to you and just give you the look like it's time, and you take her out and she does her stuff. But the little one is like, oh, it's time. I have to go to the, you know. Luckily, most of the time she actually goes into the bathroom, which I think is hilarious. And thank goodness, you know, we have tile and hardwood, so it's not hard to clean up. But it's also, you know, cleaning up poop. I don't like having to do that all the time. Why do I have so many right sides of this? This is ridiculous. Look how many right sides I've got. Kind of dumb. So we thought having the older dog would help, but I think it's a size thing too. Kaylee's a much bigger dog, and so she may not follow her lead on some things, is my guess. This is wild that I have 8 of these one side and none on the other side. Like, what did I do to get 8 of those, but not matching the other side? Must have been a piece of landscape or something. And I didn't see any of the small red ones, so that's just nuts. Okay, well, I went through that twice. And I don't see any. So, no point in doing that. So I have 1 of each. Into the thing they go. Oh yeah, draft, maybe that's probably a good point. Robot draft, where I get a small baggie of just that. Of course, I'm going to do this, and like tomorrow I'm going to be doing something else. I'm going to find all of them. All right. So next, I think I've got one of those. I'll go check that, and then I need a bunch of these dots. I'll go get this and bring it over so I can dig through it. I needed one. There's one. Again, I'm bringing these over here in the light because it's hard to tell the silver, the brushed silver, from the dark gray. And I had a bag of just dark gray floating around, but I don't know what I did with it. It was part of the steampunk model that we had like some dark gray bits that were like round plates and curved tiles and stuff, and I also need to be looking for dark red. And I had a bag of them, and I was combining them with some other silver. Although silver might not be too bad if I don't find dark gray right away. Silver is not a bad compromise. This brushed silver, it's really hard to tell the difference. I mean, up close, it's really hard to... Camera went out again. Cool. It's really hard to tell the difference unless you're like looking really close. They're both kind of shiny. You can see up close. There's really not much of a difference. So let's just do that. From a table's arm width away, nobody's going to care. The only person who cares is me. These, however, I'm gonna want all those. And I feel like I don't have a ton of these. But we shall see. I found one right away, and that's always a false sense of security. Also, it's hard to scrape the bottoms because these things cling together, and if you push them, they spring all over the place. Yeah, dark gray and flat silver are pretty much almost exactly the same at that size. All right, am I missing any? Oh, yeah, those two. So I was gonna say I want enough to put this together, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough to even put this together unless it looks like candy corn, like a bunch of weird colors. So I'll just, this will be one that I won't put together, and I'll just order all the parts. I'm not seeing a whole lot of dark red even. Squares or circles, 1 by 1 square, 1 by 1 round. So, new Lego sets that have come out today. We've got, or soon, just sort of today, yesterday, we saw the Pixar lamp and ball. And it looks great, but I think the images make it look a little bigger than it actually is. Like, I don't think that ball is much bigger than that, which means the lamp's only about that big, which is fine. That's a fair size. It's just you kind of get the idea that maybe the lamp is like a desk size lamp, and I don't think it's that big. I think it's probably, you know, that big, maybe just 4 or 5 inches tall. So, all right, I don't have enough of these, so I'm going to order those. So next, and I'll just say I have, well, I'll order those too. All right, so I need 2 grills and 5 clips. I will be right back. This may be one that I order some new ones. These are both like old gray too. Ugh. Or silver. I may replace those when I actually put it together. It's hard to tell, again, in the dark. How many do I need of these? 5. I'm running low on these tiles with the clips on them, especially the newer ones. There's old ones and new ones. They don't make the one on the right. They don't make anymore. Really. The one on the left, they make now. That's the newer one. And I keep using the newer ones, but it also means I'm running out of them. So I kind of have to use, as long as it's a new gray, I'll use some of the newer ones, but yeah, that's okay for now, I guess. Oh wait, there's one more. 2, 3, 4. I get one more. So yeah, the lamp's out. 5. If I had a notebook, this would be where I'd write down out of these. But what I'll do is I'll wait until the next time I need to order some, and I'll just order a bunch. Zisoo, hello, how are you? Does Ben know he's live? Yeah, no, just talking to myself. All right, Save those. Next, I need 2 dark gray 1x4 or dark tan 1x4s. Oh, I should have kept this bucket over here. I am talking to myself. So far, Missy's the only one been in here, so. All right. 1x4, 1x2, and then grab that other one. Forgot how much I needed of each, so I grabbed 2. I needed 2 of these and 1 of those. This one grab it back. And then I need 2 gray, which I feel like I'm running low on gray too. So yeah, the lamp is out, and also the I almost said USS Enterprise, the STS Enterprise, and Boeing plane that hauls it. So the space shuttle with the plane, taking it places. That's out, and that's exciting. I wish they'd given us a little more time on that one, because I'm definitely going to buy it, and I definitely want the Space Baby to go with it. But it's also like, this comes out tomorrow. And I'm like, dang it. So I have to wait for payday, and by then all the GWPs will be sold out, and then I'll have to buy it on Bricklink for twice as much. Because I don't think I can order the shuttle plane thing tomorrow or whenever it comes out. So I used quite a bit of dark tan on the steampunk build. A lot of these guys. So I don't know how many I'm actually going to have in here, but we're going to give it a go. I need 5. I think I had a lot at one point. Like, I think I got a bag of them or something. That's a good question. I don't know when the Space Baby drops. GWP Space Baby. The buildable Space Baby. It's somebody's already selling it for $72 on eBay. I don't have news for it. What is the somebody look on the website. I thought it came with the shuttle and the plane, but maybe it's later, which to me seems like there's another space build later. I think there's another Technic space rover or something later, like a moon rover or something. So maybe with that. I mean, it's with any up to, I'm sure, $160 purchase or something like that. So, but I don't know when it comes out. So yeah, those are the 2 sets coming out soon. This is frustrating because you can only dig so far down into, creates a layer that you can't pull up. So I need to think of a better way to store these guys. Because they're jumping around and it's hard to see the colors. It's very likely that there is another dark tan in here. Yeah, let's take a second. I got 2 of these. And let's take a look. Why don't we? Let's look at Lego.com. And the shuttle plane. I don't know what the actual set's called. Shuttle carrier aircraft. This is so the current gift with purchase, which ends in 3 days, is the Celebration Series Valentine's Day box. I'm so excited for this. How many pieces is it? It's 2. So this is a pretty good parts per piece ratio. This honestly doesn't look that big. It's probably that big, but the shuttle is smaller. I wish they'd put a banana or something up here so I could see. Okay, so yeah, about that big. I don't. The wingspan is such that I don't know where I'm going to put this. Space Baby. Don't think it's just going to be listed here. Let's go to Brothers Brick. That plane had a... That stick had a child. Search. Okay, well that does me no good. Space. Baby. Okay, well, your search doesn't work, yo. Cool. Let's go to Brick Nerd. Space Baby. That's not the buildable one. Okay, well, Space Baby GWP. that log had a child. So should I say buildable? Space Baby. Everybody loves seagulls. There's a purple one. Are they called buildable? Buildable or maxi figs? Buildable classic space minifigure. Scaled up? Upscaled? What are they called? Buildable minifigure. Okay, what are these called? Yeah, buildable minifigures. Okay, so Space Baby buildable. Did we like collectively not see this or something? Yeah, my guess is this is something to do with like dyeing your own or something. News. Classic space. I know I've seen this. I can't believe it's that hard to find. New elementary. Let's look at New Elementary. Maybe they've got it. Space Baby. No, that's old. Buildable. Minifigure. Yeah, I've seen the pictures. All right, well, obviously not a huge thing because it's not out here yet, so. I think it's probably one of those things where it may have been a leak and the official sites can't post it because they don't have official pictures of it yet. So all the registered fan media people and all the our locks can't really say anything about it yet because it's not real yet, or there's an embargo on when they can say it's out. It would be my guess, which is fine. And I can't really talk about leaks either technically, so if it is a leaked thing, then I'm okay not talking about it. But I know it's out there. And maybe it'll hit after this May 11th one dies, the Valentine's Day one, which I didn't even know was a thing. Yeah, no problem, man. I've been wanting it too. It'll be the one buildable figure I actually want. Other than the classic space one, which I don't think is real. I think there's instructions for it, but it's not. It's not an official set. I don't think. I may be wrong. All right, so this is one that I think I can get away with not, because I don't see another. I'm gonna do a gold one, and I'm gonna order a bunch of these. So have two, and I'm gonna put these in here, but I'm gonna order a bunch. So we'll do that. I know I have these 5 half pins and 1 Technic brick and 2 Technic axle bricks. Space Baby. Okay, so these are, I don't think I can get any better gray than that, so we're just gonna do that. And I didn't know what size this was, so I brought the whole thing over because, oh, it's right there. Okay, so I can take this drawer back. 1, and then 5 of those. So I'm hesitant to. Is there a reason I did dark bluish gray on this? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, because they're sitting in there. Okay, well, I don't think I have dark blue gray half pins like that. Well, it says that they're fairly common, or at least inexpensive. I've got these weird, like, 3/4 pin ones that aren't quite the same. They're not like true half pins. You can see the difference here. One's like a half pin, one's like a 3/4 pin. And I think I need the half pin. And in dark gray, the thing is, oh, here, I've got one that was just an extra piece. So here you can see the difference. And I need more of these guys. So let's see what I can find. This is hard to sift through, so I'm gonna pour it in here. No, I'm not. That's disgusting. Hair. The cat tends to jump over all these buckets to get into the window. And so there's all kinds of hair and stuff in here. One. Two. I'm gonna say something and now I forget. Oh, I've been holding off on. I think I need to hold off on the shuttle plane set because I have a feeling as soon as I pull the trigger on that, that's when we're gonna get our lug bulk order in, and I'm gonna need to, you know, cough up however much I spent on that. So I don't want it to be $500 for Lego in 1 month. And to be fair, I haven't spent a whole lot this year. So, like I normally would. Mostly for space. I'm just out of space. I'm running out of places to put things. So like all of this stuff is probably going to go. All these birds and insects, at least all the stuff over here and some of the stuff over here, probably going to get put into a bag or you know, big gallon bags or something, and then stored somewhere just to get them off the shelves. And hopefully maybe sell them or trade them, take them to Bricks and Minifigs and be like, hey man, I don't really need a whole lot of stuff from here, but I have a feeling these are newer pieces, and the farther I dig into this bag, success. So we got 5 of these. Okay, I have 5 of those, and 1 of those, and 2 of those. Oh, I need 2 of these guys. These are technically axles and shouldn't go in here because this bag should be Technic pins, and I have a different place for Technic axles. But for whatever reason, I put a bunch of these things in here too, because, you know, whatever, it's Technic. All right, what's next? I will go get the bag of slopes and see if I can grab 2 slopes while I'm there. So we all cut up on Andor, the amazingness that was the last 3 episodes. I don't think I've got this color. If I do, it's going to be really like one piece. Okay, I will not talk about it then. You really should get on that. Like, I'm okay if you leave right now and go watch it. not only some of the best Star Wars, but also I feel some of the best just TV in general. Like, forget about being a Star Wars show. The Wire, West Wing, Sopranos, Breaking Bad. It's like this level of show. It's really, really good. Oh, really? Gonna go back to watch season 1. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I want to do that when the whole thing's over. Spend like a week doing that. I already know I'm not gonna have those, so let's go get 1 light gray curve slope and 2 of those. I hope I didn't need 1x4s. Okay. There, that. Those. Oh, I bet. Yeah. I mean, it came out Tuesday night, so it's been really hard. I bet you'd have to avoid anything like the plague. Any spoilers of any kind. Not really spoilers. I mean, we know he makes it at least to the end of the show, because then he goes into the movie and then he dies at the end of the movie. I know I don't have this. Let's see if I have that, and then a bunch of these guys. So let's go get that guy and that guy. We also have a new Pope. For those who celebrate, I am sad it's not Pope Pizza Baller, but we got Chicago born and bred Pope Leo. As a lapsed Catholic, I have to kind of keep up with these things because my mom is still Catholic. Yeah, it really is. In fact, once you're done watching that, go watch Star Wars Explains, which is the review channel. Usually talks about video games and comic books and stuff, and TV shows when they come out. Do not have enough of those. All right, so we need some of those. Have one of these. Boop. His review of the entire last few episodes, plus everything that's been going on in the world, was scathing. Just like leaning into fans who think, you know, Star Wars doesn't need politics and like all this stuff, and it was wonderful. Like I was like, can a web review channel be nominated for a Webby? Because you need it. Okay, so I got 5 of those. Is that the right one? Yeah. 5. Yeah, it's a real good channel. I don't watch it as much anymore. I used to watch it a lot a long time ago. He does a thing where every May 4th, he does a full Star Wars timeline, and it includes everything. It's at this point, it's like almost 2 hours long, and he just starts at the very first thing that happened in the Star Wars timeline and goes through, and all the interjected like video bits and stuff are the covers of the books, stills from the movie, shots from the comic, TV show, stuff like that. It's really, really good. And if you can, like, you can put it on in the background and kind of listen to it. It's really great. So I have these guys. All right, I need 2 dark tan without groove. Why would I do that to myself? Okay, so this is a point where I need to go make a change on the model, because that's just, at some point I put a tile in here that didn't have a groove. Let's see which of these gets dark tan. Is that dark tan? Dark tan. Okay, so which one is cheaper? That one. Okay, cool. So you, without groove, you're gone. You get replaced. That guy. There's another one floating around here. Where are you? This doesn't need to be dark tan, but it could be dark gray, but let's see. It's only one jumper. Did it say 1 or 2? 1. Okay. So now in here, I'm going to go here and I'm going to say delete. And then I'm going to look up, what part is that? And I'm going to add it to wish list. And I'm going to say Paladin. And then we're going to go back to the want list and hit refresh. There we go. Groove. So I need one with 1 of each. I'll be right back. Gray, 4 grays and 1 dark. Just bring it over here because it's dark. When and where is my next show? So the next convention, the next Brick Rodeo, will be in Sugar Land, Texas. Public days will be July 6th and 7th. And all access, which I think are already sold out. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, something like that. 4th, 5th, and 6th. So that will be, yeah. So starting the 3rd is an all access day, but then the 4th, 5th, and 6th, or the 5th and 6th are the public days. I don't know why it says July 4th on there. There's really nothing there. Where's my next show? Hey. Okay, so 2 of 4. Gotta be careful because there's a lot of these that have no groove. And I think I have a lot of gold, but I don't think I have a dark tan. I may be surprised. I am surprised. 1 and 1. Yeah, so Haley is in Texas or close enough to Texas. They've been to the last few Brick Rodeos. Although I think they've been to the last few Houston ones. I think they missed last year in Austin, but just the one time. I think they were at one 2 years ago. All right, I need 5 of these modded. Don't know if I have enough of those. And then we'll do a 6 and a 4. How many did I need? Okay, one of each. So I did have 5. I think I got these at a lug bulk or a draft because I have a whole drawer full of those. I got my 6. I got my 4. I thought I needed a 3, but I guess I don't. Let's go ahead and mark these as have. Yeah, Haley does a lot of really, really nice builds. The last one she had was a really great. The last one I saw was she had a really nice kind of reenactment historical thing, but she also did like a Back to the Future build that was really awesome. Settle down in there. Beth is dying. Hello, Precision Bricks. How are you? Thank you for being here. This is the exciting part of building where I source all the parts. 2 dark grays, 2x3, 2x4, 2, 2, and 1. I will bring them over here so I can talk. The 2 dark grays, or dark tans. What are you up to, Precision? Oh, thank you. I'll have to go check that out. I think I subscribed. That's all I need from that. And I need 2 tans. 2 tans. I appreciate that, man. And 1 round. Well, that was easy. It's so much easier when you have light and you can see everything. I really do need to get some light over there. I don't know how. All right, so now I need a bunch of these. So let me go put all this back. I'll be right back. She's still upgrading and revising her Back to the Future layout too. I've only seen it once in person. The last I saw it, she was only working on the road. Like I don't even know if she's, from what I remember, it was a clock tower. It's like she's doing the square. And then she's doing the model that Doc Brown basically did, which is the square and the clock tower and the road that he goes down, I think. But she's like making the road like sideways. She's doing it snot brick. So she can get all the stuff in it she needs. It's crazy. All right, so let's see if I can remember this. 1 light gray, 2 dark tan. No, I'm just gonna go get them. 2 by. Found those easy enough. All right, I need 1. This is also kind of exercise because it's back and forth. How many of these? 2. Make sure to get blue gray and not dark, or regular dark gray. 3 of those. 1 of those. Believe it or not, I feel like I'm running out of these. I know it's kind of like the most ubiquitous part in all of Lego, but I'm scraping more to get to those. Okay. Yeah, so Brick Rodeo for those. Thank you, Zissou. I appreciate your confidence in me. It was a struggle. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it or not, but thanks to the support of my friends and subscribers, I was able to make it. And thanks to you, you can check out my Patreon levels. And all right, 2 1x1s, 1 dish. Have to bring this back over because, again, I can't see it. And I think I'm running low on those 1x1 grays. Also, lucked dark blue gray. So yeah, if you're in the Houston area, or parts west of Houston, around the July 4th weekend, Brick Rodeo is happening the July 4th weekend. Public tickets are available for the 5th and the 6th. But all access passes are gone. If you want, and you want to go and participate in some of the events and don't want to just have the timed 2-hour whatever visiting block of the public tickets, you can contact customer support, customer something at Brick Rodeo and ask about companion passes. Like, I could probably get you a companion pass. You wouldn't get swag, you wouldn't get into some of the games, you wouldn't be able to display a mock, but you could be there all weekend, right? Hey man, take care. Glad you were here. Appreciate you as always. Have a good weekend. Keep in mind, I'm going to be trying to ramp up to 1,000 subs here, and I've got some giveaway stuff, so let people know to come subscribe so they're aware of it. Talk about that here in a second. All right, I want 2 dark tan rounds, 1 log, 1 grill. Okay, I had some of these. I have these 2. I do not have a dark tan round brick, which seems weird. What's up, Cliff? How's it going? We are parting out this guy here. I'm not going to have enough to get him built. Maybe get some of it built, but a lot of it, like, I'd have to make decisions about what parts to get just to get it built, and I'd rather just order them because it's going to be a lot of stuff. But that's what we're working on right now. Yeah, so like I was saying, I have extra I got a couple extra of these, and I want to buy one more. So if anybody finds the chrysanthemum for sale anywhere, I got these 3, right? And for the 1,000 subscriber, whenever that happens, 1,000 subscribers, which is 100 away. It might take another year, but we'll see if I can get people to do it. I'll do giveaways. So every half hour. So there's 4 of them. So half hour, top of the hour, half hour, end of the show. So if anybody wants some plants, I'll make sure to drum it up. What are you taking to Brick Rodeo? I am taking my since I have to drive and since I have a small car, I'm going to take my collaborative build, which is already 6 by 2 by 3. No, it's bigger than that. No, it's 2 by 3. Yeah, 2 by 3 base plates, so 6 by 6. And I have to carry it in like 5 boxes, right? So that's pretty much it. That and luggage and whatever other equipment or play brick or whatever I can cram into my car. So just that. I may bring a couple. The registration for Mox is going to come up soon, and I don't want to really do anything else. But I could register all the Microfighters that I've been doing and bring those. But that's kind of a small thing. I may save those till Austin next year since it'll be local. All right. 2 snot bricks. Opposite side, 2 adjacent. I have the 2 opposite sides. I do not have the 2 adjacent in black, so let's take a look at why those have to be in black. They don't have to be in black. They can be in any color. In fact, black may not be the best color for it. I think dark gray would be better. Let's turn those dark gray. Yeah, those are the only black pieces I had. So let's get those back out. Let's see if we can change these colors up. We're going to change these to dark gray. I think I have these in dark gray. Color. Dark. Where's dark bluish gray? There it is. All right. So now we're back to those 2 in dark bluish gray. Let's go see if I've got that. Plus we'll get 5 of these bricks right here. 5 1x1s. The irony being, I don't have these in either color, so it really doesn't matter. So, adjacent was fine. I'm going to need 2 of these or opposite side ones. Okay, and we need 5 of these guys. Brought this over so I could see, because in the dark over there, dark tan, light gray, and nougat are kind of hard to distinguish. And old dark gray. So make sure I get the right ones here. And I need 5 of these. I get a little spooked when it feels like I'm running low on a color, digging through, and they don't all just pop out. Look at all this white. Look at all this medium nougat. But I need dark gray or dark tan. Yeah, not a lot of dark tan in here, buddy. Try again. Perfect. 5. All right. I need 5 claws and 3 of those. Pretty sure I have the claws, but you can see my dwindling supplies of my favorite piece because it's my favorite piece because I use it everywhere. It's great for making joints. It's great for blasters. It's great for greebling. I'm gonna be running out of claws soon in light gray. And I have 0 of these guys in light gray. I have a couple black left, but so if you ever find there's a pack that has can't tell what other piece it has. I think this. I think it's a pack with like a bunch of different things. I think it's this, right? It's like one of those waffled bags with like a bunch of parts in it. There may be 1 or 2 more. This is also a great part that exists almost nowhere. That cone, that's a really great piece. But this is also one of those that has studs on 2 sides. So it's great for flipping things over. And it's fairly common, this one is. Those bags are. But you have to get the whole bag. You can't just find the piece, which is really odd. All right. So I have 5 here. And that should be it. So now, that's it. This is the whole Microfighter. All right, so that should be all. And if I did a buy all and auto select and start. Oh, 2 carts, but $8, not too bad. Let's create carts and see what we got. View all carts. So yes. So this is where I would go through and say, all right, cool. These aren't terribly expensive. I might add 2 or 3 here. This is kind of an expensive part, but I like using it, so I might add 1 or 2 there. Same here. This is a new part, and I don't know how often I'll be using it, but it's also expensive, so probably not. Might get 1 or 2 more here. Not. I don't know why I said I needed those. I don't need those. I got plenty of those. Must not have marked them down. So let's go back to the wish list. So how are you doing, Cliffy? What have you been up to? I said I had 1 of those. I have 2 of those and 1 of these. Should be good on that. And I had 5 of these. Or no, I didn't have 5 of those. I'm just going to order those. That's right. So now what I need to do is sort by have quantity. And up. So now I should be able to, I have to double check because apparently I didn't mark down some of these. Let's do that again. These should be all the pieces that I need. So what I want to do is make I can already tell that my camera's probably wanting to go out here. So I don't need to do anything on the table, so I'm going to switch over to this real quick. Let the camera sort itself out. Now I need to make a list of all the things that I want to buy, and I want to do it in as few orders as possible. So I want to combine some of these orders. So I'm going to do all the stuff that I don't have. And this is the only real way I know how to do this. So all the stuff that I want. Okay, so that should be, I have one of these. Save. One of those. Make sure that's, because apparently I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm going to copy this to new micro 20 May 2024. So I know I can go back and delete this later. So now those should be in a new wanted list. So I come over here and do wanted list and new May micro, and these are all in there. Okay. So now I go back to the most recent ones that I've done also, the Remora, which I have. I think I had most of these, but there's only a few that I would need. So I wanted to, yeah, it looks like have quantity up, down. So I want these 4. I should order some more of these because I know I'm going to need them, but for now, let's just do this. We're going to copy that to an existing list. Already exists. So I have something in there that already exists. And I think it's this one. So we're going to try that again. Nope. Wasn't that one. Maybe this one. So how many do I need here? 2. Okay, good. So I need 2 more of that. So then come back over here, wanted list, and do that, and increase this by 2. Save it. And then there's one more. The Snub Fighter, I think it has a few more pieces. Down, up. Yeah. This I already have, so I'll just have to remember that I need to add 8. And that should be it. So I'll do these guys, not that guy. Remember that's 8. These remaining ones. Copy. Copy. Cool. And then go add 8 to that guy. Brain just shut off. Hope I remember what one it was. What is this music? This is like the worst. Sorry, I just realized what we're listening to and I'm like, blech. All right. So this should be now the list that I need for the next 3 Microfighters. I've already got 2 built. This one's like 70% built, so I'll need to hang on to that. I'm also going to, not now, part out the Fiend Fighter. But what I think I'll want to do now, and then the Rocinante too. I think this would be. I'll part those out on my own time. This was a LARF, but I want to start. So let's go ahead and save that. I'm gonna leave these open so I know to part them out later. I'm gonna go ahead and start on the other partisan ship. And I'm gonna have Saw Gerrera. So the trick now is to get Saw Gerrera as a minifigure. Gerrera, and he's expensive. 25 bucks. He's not that bad. And I think I can kit bash him pretty well. I need a, black dude with a beard and put some, maybe, I think I have the Vulture has similar armor. So we'll take a look at this. But what I want to do is this ship. See if I can find the name of it. It is a YV 865 Aurora class freighter. So this is a ship that we saw briefly in Andor. So if you haven't seen this episode of Andor, it was, I think it was the last week, so the 4, 5, and 6, where Saw and his men were leaving Dakar, and they took their partisan black and white X-wings and this Aurora class freighter, and I don't think you're going to be able to find an image of their ship yet because it was relatively new, but it's this model. God, and I thought I did this already. I thought I made this one. It's slightly different in that it has kind of a Millennium Falcon / TIE Fighter canopy on the front. So we're gonna take a look real quick and hope I don't get nicked for this. I can't remember if it's which one it is. I think it's this one. If you haven't seen Andor and you want to, you may want to avert your eyes for a hot sec till I get to where they haven't flown away yet. It must have been the next episode. That was 4. Yeah, right here, right where I paused it. So you can see the slight differences. Here's a pretty good image, but this version, so it's still got like the big top bits right here, big outrigger engines, and it looks like an iron basically, right? It's a big fat piece of fat bottom thing with a big front, but in this version it's got like this sort of circular cockpit right there, which these don't have, and the engines are a bit flat comparatively, and they've got these kind of exhaust cowlings on the back right here, but for the most part I think it's roughly the same. Also, what I noticed is that whereas this, when it lands, its engines rotate. This Lego version of this, obviously, right? It lands like this, but this doesn't do that. So I don't know if they're exactly the same, but it has to be that ship, right? I looked up a bunch of different like shipyard manufacturers, and this was honestly the closest I came to that ship. And it's it kind of sucks because this was actually used in Clone Wars as it was a slaver ship. There's these cat people, I forget what they're, or Ratakas or something like that, and they are slavers, and this was one of the ships they used. So this was the episode that you see it in. It's a cool looking ship. It's very unique. But in terms of I want to do the Disney version. And you can see from the back here, it's got a couple other little thrusters on the back, on the top. So there's a brake right there, it looks like. And you don't really get a good look at this otherwise. And I don't think it... I think it just breaks to another scene after that, yeah. So this is as good as it's going to get. I also don't like that there's only 2 shown here, but I think they've got, okay, 6 total X-Wings. Whereas before they also had a couple, at least one U-Wing. And I don't like that you didn't get to see their U-Wing. So anyway. So, we will go ahead and save this as a 5e8, you know, whatever. Now, Saw Gerrera, I don't think is going to have anything in studio. It's a one-off figure. He doesn't have a mustache, but he's got a full beard. He's got some scars. I think. How come beard doesn't show up? And he's got an angry face, so we need to find like a beard with an angry face. Which Lego doesn't really do unless it's a Star Wars character or a pirate, usually. And I know... Okay, that's pretty close. That actually is... I think that's him. But we're going to turn that off. We're going to turn the colors off. So we can make him light brown. Yeah. Or dark nougat. No. Light brown. Medium brown? No. Light brown. I think that's the same head. Pretty close. So then he's got... I don't like saying hair curly, but sometimes curled works. That's not it. But that was funny. That's pretty close, actually. Getting lucky with the look here. I almost want to say his hair at this point even was like... Dark gray doesn't look good. They need to make a new figure because this was with one set that was not relatively new to Andor. So let's see, torso. I wouldn't even know what to call this. It's not armor. Also, it has 6 parts. What parts does he have? He's got a cape. So I don't think his I don't think he was this green color in Andor. It was more gray. And he was in this set for some reason, Darth Maul Sith Infiltrator. Which is a weird set to be a part of. Yeah, this must have been like a 30th anniversary or something. 20th anniversary. No? 25th anniversary, maybe? And here's Saw Gerrera. So. Okay, so let's go back here and do... yeah, I don't like the fact that he had... that it was green. I don't know where they got green. 20th anniversary figure. Hello, James. How are you? Thank you for being here. I'm just gonna kit bash something that says armor. What was his name? I don't think they're gonna have it, but okay, they don't. So that's why he's expensive. He's a 20th anniversary figure. let's say torso wires. That looks pretty good. Let's just do that in dark gray. Again, ooh, let's not. What happens in dark green? I'm just kit bashing some stuff together. So maybe I will put them in dark green. Torso armor. It's whatever I can find in Studio. That's actually probably the closest. So let's do, he has a pauldron. And unfortunately it doesn't have pauldron in there. So shoulder armor without the print. It was just this thing, wasn't it? Rounded. So what are you up to, James? Nope. Wow, really? Oh, so I was going to talk about this earlier. I started playing a new game called Clair Obscure Expedition 33. It is. Let's try that one. Let's do that one. It is pretty good. It's supposed to be working. Fair enough. Cape. I think it was this one. It's a square. So I'm just gonna do that. And then put his head on it. It was supposed to be like a yellow color or something. It's late for working. Where are you? Do you do a shift? Do you do shift work? He doesn't have armor or anything, so just right arm, left arm. So I'm playing this game. Oh, you're in China. Well, all right. I guess it's like middle of the day then. You should be working. How dare you? That's right. We had this discussion. Hand. I just saw, so we are, the Lego Ambassador Network, usually once or twice a year has it used to be called Town Hall, but now it's called Lego Connect. And, or Land Connect. And it's where all the Lego ambassadors get together. Leg bandage. And the land puts on a call, basically a Zoom call with speakers, usually people from the AFOL community, people from within Lego, designers, people who run lugs or locks or things like that. Sometimes they have like excuse me. Lost my voice. Sometimes they'll have community outreach people doing it. Members of Lego corporate. But this time they had A bunch of like really great guests. That's pretty good. Including one of the women who runs the Women's Brick Initiative. One of the men who designed the really big Lego lion that was the creation that, or the statue outside the New York Public Library, that big lion. One of the guys involved with Neo Hashima, the really big kind of like lit futuristic city that got a lot of big press, and it was collaborative, so a lot of people were part of it. He talked, and then one of the founders or editors at Brick Nerd was there, but also this guy named Prince, who was the A&E, the owner of the AFAL Fan Fest in China, and I forget which city in China, but it was interesting to talk to him, or to hear him talk. We didn't get to talk to him. It was just kind of a one-way thing. All right, so we got him. That's pretty good. Let's go. He's gonna sit just on top somewhere, pretty close to the middle. So I'm gonna have to break those. And where do his arms? Can his arms go up? He was there to remind us that China is basically relatively new to Lego. So much so that the groups that are formed in China are also very new to Lego. Whereas we've had Lego here since, I've had Lego since the 70s. They've only had Lego maybe a decade. It hasn't been very long. So they've been doing this AFAL Fan Fest for a long time. Or for, like, I think he said 6-7 years, something like that. And it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And it was basically like people would come from all over China, and China being a really big country. It was kind of a big deal for people to be traveling that far and bringing their models and coming together. And so that, there's pictures while he's talking, a slideshow of like the groups getting bigger and bigger. And they took pictures of everybody. I'm like, man, if we try to take picture of all the attendees of Brick Rodeo, there'd be no way. 400 people in one room. But yeah, they keep growing and growing. So I just thought it was really interesting how fast and how big they've gotten so far. So it was really cool. So that reminded me of that. All right, so this is gonna be a big fat low ship with big thrusters. So again, this has, nope, go back half a stack. It looks like, and I can't tell, but it looks like the front is more of a, I don't even want to say it's a TIE Fighter or it's a Millennium Falcon print, but I don't know what else to do with it until I see a better shot of the ship. So for now, we are going to build it around really? I thought there were inverted. So let's go find inverted dishes. Dish. Did they take some of these out? Well, that's pretty good. Radial cockpit window. That's fine. We'll just do that. Okay, so let's build it around this thing. And now this is where we need to get into making sure that these pieces come in whatever color that we need. So I need to turn this filter back on. Trans clear, that's fine. Do that. And then we'll build the rest around that. So he'll be sitting probably about halfway back, which means this will be, you know, somewhere like that. Won't even be that far down, something like that. Maybe even. So it looks like for the most part, it's going to be kind of a wide angled thing. And I have an idea of how to do that. Don't know what kind of slope that is, but we're basically building that. So slope. So what's your next project? What are you working on next, James? Do this. And it's hard to tell from here what the colors are. It is black and white. And that's a pretty good look at it there. So, but it's still like gray. Like the black and white part of Star Wars really bugs me because it's not gray. It's like black and light gray. There is no like pure white. But I know when they eventually make this set, if they do, then it'll be black and white. And there's no telling from here what the color is or anything. This needs to focus on that real quick. There we go. So let's just go with, I don't think these come in white, but, oh, they do. Okay, cool. So let's do a bracket for now. And we'll keep some of this light gray because light gray as the building material probably won't be too bad. Put that opposite that. And then we can do a modified brick. So this will be the next ship to work on. I also want to go back and look at some older lists of things and see if I've got some stuff that I can work on that may be a little older, or some what do you call it? Like not canon, but older sets, older ideas, older ships. Mandalorian chessboard, Din and Grogu cabin. Ooh, a Din and Grogu cabin, that'd be fun. Mando army build, mini helmet display, nice. Oh, you're all ready to go. So he could sit pretty deep there. This is a tall ship. And I'm gonna have to, but I have to make sure his hands can be. Group this guy together. So I need to make sure that he is above that. So probably right there. And let's just put a plate down there so we can get him on the same level for now. You get to sit right there, and you get to sit right there. There, that's good. Now we can move that. Go ahead and put another brick under here for now. And I know it seems like it's real slopey on the front, but I think it's got a little cut back before it slopes down. I don't know how we're gonna be able to do that, but I could just just for now, for fun. Is this too big? I think that's too big. So let's just do a regular 45. And I think I can get these 1x4s. So this is fine, but it's not as greebly. And I want to be able to attach an engine here. So let's do two things. Put this plate back in here and actually make it a 6. Because there's going to be engines on the back here. I also may need to get rid of this guy's cape. That's going to get in the way of stuff. Let's go ahead and break this guy up. Get rid of his cape. And lock it back down. Okay. So before we go, Sunday is Mother's Day. So I don't know if I'll be doing anything. My mom lives in Colorado. I will have seen the kids' moms probably the night before. If we go to a watch party, they may be going out of town. So I don't think I'll have a whole lot going on Sunday. So I'll probably be doing this. Brick. Let's just do. Oh, you know what brick is really great? 2x2 groove. Now, what is that? 2x2 Technic brick. There's that one brick. No, it's got a Technic axle. It's a brick, but it's got like rails on the side. Brick axle. And I don't know. There it is. I love this brick. It looks great. I can just put stuff there and it looks like, you know, I think it only comes in dark gray, so that'll be a problem. But we'll see if we can maybe make the rest of this work. So anyway, yeah, I'll probably be back on Sunday. I don't know yet what I'm building. I don't have any flowers. I have a flamingo to build, maybe. And I think that's it. Get some sunflowers, maybe. Realize I'm talking away from the microphone. Also, I didn't drink nearly enough of this beer. I'll figure out something before Sunday, but yeah, we'll do some building, I think. I think that'll be nice and chill. Let's put a tile. So if you're around on Sunday, I would love for you to come hang out with me. I realize it's Mother's Day, but could always use the company. Now, this actually may need to be, I'd like to be able to get him covered a little bit, but maybe not. I can always do, they did this a lot in ye oldie days of Microfighters. They would ensconce him in these brackets. for no other reason than to maybe just do this and then a slope to give it the indication that going down for when these guys start. Maybe even lower than that. So we'll play with that a little bit. Yeah, so if you can be back, if everybody would like to come back on Sunday at, well, this may need to be even fewer than that. At 10 a.m. Central, I will be back then. Corner slope. Aha. What color can I make those? Of course, these are all like, make them white, that black. And then we'll do slope over here that's black, just to try to mix it up. Without bottom tube, where's the one with bottom tube? That's gonna mess me up later. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a good weekend and do something with your mom, build some Lego with her. I think I'm gonna do a bracket here. Can't tell what's on the front there, if anything. Looks like a bunch of stuff, so what color can that come in? Black. Put a plate round in dark gray. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll take a look when I'm done streaming or tomorrow. I'm going right to bed after this because I've got to get up early tomorrow. We've got our big conference going on this weekend, and all my coworkers are at the event site, and I will need to be available tomorrow morning early to take care of any issues that come up. So yeah, I should have like gone to bed at like 9:30, but it is what it is. Go back a half second. Just a little more. This is one of the cooler scenes to see, like, them all taking off and everything. Oh, it's so good. This I'm going to make into it's a modified plate. These guys. Oh man, really? You get in the way like that? How about those guys? Yeah, that's gonna get in the way too, but it won't conflict. Nothing more frustrating. And nothing will be big enough to hold onto that clip. So Frel. I could put some stud shooters in there, some flick missiles. No, I hate those things. I wanted something else to be coming out of the front here. if I could work it, but I think I'm at the small end of my being able to make stuff work in there without running into problems. What color can that be? Black? Let's do it. What colors can those be? White? Let's do it. Good, because you're going. Good, because you're going. 1x2 mod plates. Nothing. Can't really fit anything on the side of that. Okay, so maybe not. Let's at least do a log in here to give it a little character. So it looks a little, whatever. Okay, well, this is my least favorite song, and I wish I could kill it with the fire of 1,000 suns. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you stopping by and keeping me company. Again, I'll be parting out more Microfighters. I'll be designing more. At some point, I'm going to shift back to doing the Q2 Stadium because I'd really like to keep working on that. Had some more ideas for how to do kind of like struts up to the roof to see if we could get those to kind of stay in place, but still have to work on getting the south side to attach to the concourse with all the shops behind it. So that's kind of the priority, because whatever pattern I come up with for that and whatever technique will kind of be used for the rest of the stadium. So we'll see how it works out. But yeah, so appreciate you coming by. I'll talk to you in a few days if you're here back on Sunday. If not, have a good weekend and happy Mother's Day, and I'll talk to you soon.